Hello, sweeties. We are starting chapter 10 today, and we are going to talk about collecting data, and we're going to talk about tally charts and picture charts. And to get started, we're just going to review tally marks. It says you can take a survey to collect data. Okay, so it says you can read the data with tally marks. Greg asked his classmates which lunch was their favorite. So the title of this graph right here is favorite lunch. And over here we have the lunch choices. And then over here we have the data, the number of people who chose each lunch as their favorite. Each tally mark is worth 1. And when we get to 4, when we get to 5, we make a diagonal line through that. So just by looking at that diagonal line, you'll know that's a bundle of 5. Okay, so instead of counting each one of these sticks individually, we can say 5, 6. So pizza had 4, sandwiches had 5, 6, salads had 3, and pasta, just by looking at that, you know has 5 because it has a diagonal line. Okay, so the other day on our Zoom meeting, we did a little survey, and I had to kind of double some numbers up because we didn't have that many people on our Zoom meeting. But for cats, we had 10 people who liked cats. So I drew tally marks through those so you can see 5, 10. And then dogs, we had 5, 10 plus 3 more is 13, and fish we had 1. So how many classmates chose dog as their favorite pet? You can easily see 5, 10. You don't have to count all those little lines. And then plus 10 plus 3 is 13. I can't write very well with this pen, but that's supposed to be a 3. Okay. Which pet did the fewest classmates choose? Well, that'd be the one with 0 tally marks. No one chose bird. So you can, or I can, type bird there. Okay. Did more classmates choose cat or dog? Well, you see 10 here and 13 here, so that would be dog. More people chose dog. How many more people chose dogs than cats? That would be this, because 10 and 10 are the same. We count the extra, so that would be 3. Okay. Okay. So on this survey, we surveyed favorite indoor games. And like I said, I had to double some numbers because we didn't have that many people on Zoom, but you get the idea. So with board games, we had 5, 6. And card games, we only had 2 people who voted for card games. And computer games, we had 4. Okay, and no one chose puzzles, which is really funny because right now during the pandemic, it seems like everybody's doing puzzles. But anyway, it's how many classmates chose board games? Well, we had 5. We know that because it has a slash through there to make a bundle, and 1 more, which makes 6. And then it says which game did the most classmates choose? And it would be board games. You can see that. All right. My next question is, did more people choose board games or computer games? So we have 6 and we have 4. Did more classmates choose a card game or a computer game? Sorry, I asked the wrong question. Card game or computer game? So more people chose computer. How many more people chose computer? Well, we have 2 and we have 4, so 2 more people chose computer games. Okay. Which game did the fewest classmates choose? And we talked about that. The one that didn't get any votes at all, that was the puzzles. Okay. Moving on. It says Meiko asked her classmates to choose their favorite subject, and she made this tally chart, and she titled it Favorite Subject. She listed the title, the subject titles, reading, math, and science, and then she did her tally marks over here, okay? How many more classmates chose math than reading? Well, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for math, and then we have 6 for reading. So how many more people? So we go to 6 and then we count up that 3. So 3 more liked math than reading. And it says write a question about the data in the chart, then write the question. Okay, so I'm not going to make you write a question right now, but think about a question that you could ask. Like, which subject seemed to be the favorite? Well, that would be the one with the most votes. Which is it? Yep, science had 10 votes, but math is right behind there. Which subject was the least favorite? The one that got the least votes was reading. So now we are going to look at picture graphs, which are fun because you get to put little pictures in the graph or read the little pictures. The title of this is number of pencils, okay? And down here are the people that were in the survey, and down here's the key. So each pencil, the picture of the pencil stands for one pencil. How many pencils do Elena and Brad have? So we have Elena with 3, and we have Brad down here with 8. 8 plus 3 is what? Yep, 11. How many more pencils does Kiana have than Elena? Well, here's Kiana, here's Elena, and then that's, you see the 2 extra. After these 2 match up with 3, there's 2 extra here. And I'll put a 2 right there. Okay, so let's look at this next picture graph. The title is called The Number of Soccer Games, and we're not looking at people anymore. We're looking at the number of soccer games in each month, and each soccer ball stands for 1 game. Okay, so the key is telling us how many the picture stands for. Okay, so the most soccer games were played in what month? We are looking for the most soccer balls, and that is in June. Okay, let's look at another picture graph. Favorite snacks. We have pretzels, grapes, popcorn, and apples, and in the key it tells us each smiley face stands for 1 child. Which snack was chosen by the fewest children? So we're looking for the least amount of smiley faces, and that would be popcorn. How many more children chose pretzels than apples? So we have to compare pretzels here, and that's 3, 6, 7, 8 pretzels, and then apples are clear down here. Okay, if I look straight up from apples, I see that pretzels have 2 more smiley faces there. So 2 more people chose pretzels than apples. Okay, another picture graph of pencils. It says Mrs. Green had the same number of pencils as the 4 children. How many pencils does she have? Well, she had as many as they all had combined. So we have to add those all up. We have 4 here and 4 here. That's 8 plus 4 more is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So she had 20 pencils because she had as many as they all had combined. Okay, another pencil graph. It says Christy has 7 pencils. Write 2 sentences to describe how her number of pencils compares to the data in the picture graph. Well, Brad has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Brad has 1 more pencil than Christy. That's one sentence. Brad has 1 more pencil than Christy. You could say Christy has 1 less pencil than Brad. Okay, you could say Christy has 3 more pencils than Dante because Dante has 4. Okay, well, let's take a peek at our next picture graph. It's a favorite balloon color graph. We have green, blue, red, and purple. Which 3 colors were chosen by a total of 13 children? So we have to find out which numbers here equal 13. Okay, we have to pick 3 lines that equal 13. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't think that we're going to be able to use this one with any of them. So we have 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So green, blue, and purple all add up to 13. We can't use that red line because that's too many if we want to add 2 more colors here. Okay. So our last picture graph that we're going to take a peek at here is number of pets. It says use the number on the tiles to complete the sentence about the picture graph. It says Scott has how many pets? So look up here. Each diamond stands for 1 pet. We have Scott, Andre, and Maddie. The title is number of pets. Scott has 3. Okay, and I can't move that. I thought I could maybe move that 3. But I can't. Okay, so Scott has 3 pets. Andre has how many fewer pets than Scott? Here's Andre, here's Scott. Scott has 2 more, so that means Andre has 2 less than Scott. Okay, Maddie and Scott have how many more pets than Andre? So Maddie and Scott put together, I could put 2 more up here. Okay, for Maddie, because that would make 5, so that would mean that they would have 4 more than Andre. 1, 2, 3, and we have to count this one here because we put Maddie's up here to make 5. Okay, that is all for today. You're going to go ahead and practice some problems like this on your own.